Hey man, the game you've always wanted is on sale on Steam. Better grab it while you can, right? Oh, and Bitcoin just dipped. Quick, invest in it before it shoots back up. It feels like everything these days comes with a timer. You know, that sense of urgency, that fear of missing out. It's everywhere we look. If you've ever felt like you're running out of time to do something, I get it. I felt it too. It's an absolutely terrible feeling, like something's gnawing at you from the inside. We've been conditioned to fear missing out more than we fear being unhappy. But here's the thing. I didn't learn that lesson from life itself. Not from some profound life experience, but from a silly little browser game, of all things. I was 20 years old, in college, coming home one night after one too many drinks. I remember being way too drunk to even turn on my laptop, so I just crashed in bed. The next morning, I woke up to realize all my progress in that browser game was gone. And that moment hit harder than I ever expected. The game was called O-Game. You built mining facilities, researched upgrades, colonized planets, built your fleet, and attacked others to steal their resources. I had a massive fleet, something I'd spent over a year building, and every single day I had to perform what was called fleet saving. Basically, you'd send your ships to another planet so that they couldn't be attacked while traveling. That night, while I was out drinking and my fleet came back, it sat defenseless. Someone took notice and wiped it clean off the map. They looted everything I'd built while I was asleep. I can't even describe the frustration I felt that morning. One night out, one missed routine, and everything was gone. But it wasn't just about losing progress. It was something deeper. What really got to me wasn't losing those silly virtual ships. It was realizing how much control that game had over me. How scared I was of losing progress in something that didn't even matter. That day, I deleted my account. Because deep down I knew this wasn't just about a browser game. It was about something bigger. About how easily I'd let something outside of me dictate how I lived my life. And that's when something clicked. After that moment, I started to notice the same patterns everywhere. That fear of missing out wasn't just in a browser game, it was in almost everything I did. I'd see a 50% off timer on an online sale and feel that familiar pressure. Buy it now or regret it forever. When the stock market dipped after Trump announced the tariffs, I felt the urge to throw all my savings in before it bounced back. Even in games, I'd find myself grinding for an exclusive mount that would vanish in 7 days if I didn't get it in time. And that's when it hit me. This isn't coincidence. This is by design. We live surrounded by timers, little countdowns that trigger the same primal fear that once kept our ancestors alive. Except now, it's not a lion chasing us, it's a sale. It's a trend. It's the fear that if we don't act now, we'll fall behind. But here's the truth. You're not falling behind. I know not all urgency is bad. If there's something you've genuinely wanted for a while and it's on sale, that's fine. But most of the time, it's just a trick. A psychological nudge meant to squeeze our attention, our time, and most often, our money. It's kind of a prison, really, a world where we're constantly sprinting from one limited opportunity to the next, terrified of standing still. But life doesn't work that way. Life doesn't have a countdown clock. Opportunities don't vanish, they evolve. And when you stop rushing to catch every passing train, you realize something very powerful. The ones that are meant for you always circle back. So don't make choices out of fear, make them out of meaning. Because life isn't running out. It's waiting for you to slow down long enough to actually live it. Let's be honest, we all have that one thing we wish we'd done differently. Maybe it's not investing in Bitcoin when it was dirt cheap. Maybe it's not talking to that one person you couldn't stop thinking about. Or maybe it's something small, like wishing you'd started taking care of yourself sooner. Whatever it is, that feeling lingers. It sits in the back of your mind whispering, what if? And that question, what if, can haunt you. When we're at our lowest, our brains love to build alternative versions of our lives. We start imagining timelines where everything went perfectly, where one choice magically changed everything. What if I had taken that job? What if I'd stayed with that person? What if I had moved to that city? But here's the thing. These choices do not define you. A while back, a viewer told me he was torn between two university courses. One that paid well but didn't excite him, and another he loved but that his parents didn't approve of. He asked me what I thought I should do. And I told him something that I wish someone had told me earlier in life. Neither choice really matters in the way you think it does. Because that single decision isn't going to define the next 20 years of your life. You will. It's not the choice that defines you. It's what you do afterwards. Most life-changing moments don't happen in one big choice. They happen quietly in 1,000 small ones. In what you do every day, in how you show up, and who you become along the way. I studied biochemistry. I wanted to be a scientist. Now I work in tech and make YouTube videos, which has somehow become one of my biggest passions. If you told my 18-year-old self this is where I'd end up, I'd have laughed. But here I am. And that's the thing. You end up exactly where you're meant to be. So stop obsessing over the paths you didn't take. Start focusing on the one you're walking right now. Because truth is, the road you're on only becomes clear after you've walked it. And every small step you take today matters far more than the big ones you think you missed. I'm not a particularly religious person, but there's this one scene in Evan Almighty that's always stuck with me. God is talking to Evan's wife. She's lost faith in her husband, who's out there building an ark and looking completely insane. And then this happens.
But my husband says God told him to do it. What do you do with that?
Sounds like an opportunity. Let me ask you something. If someone prays for patience, you think God gives them patience? Or does he give them the opportunity to be patient? If they prayed for courage, does God give them courage, or does he give them opportunities to be courageous? If someone prayed for the family to be closer, do you think God zaps them with warm, fuzzy feelings? Or does he give them opportunities to love each other?
That line changed the way I look at regret, because it's the same with regret. If your life feels stuck right now, if you're haunted by some decision you made years ago, ask yourself, do you really think obsessing over it will turn back time? Or is that regret simply giving you the opportunity to learn something new about yourself? The right path almost never makes sense while you're walking it. Only when you look back does it start to connect. And maybe that's the point, you know? If you weren't exactly where you are right now, how would you even know where to go next? The very moments you wish you could erase are often the ones quietly guiding you forward. When you realize that, you stop fearing what you might miss and start appreciating what's right in front of you. Every missed opportunity, whatever that means, is really just space being cleared for something that fits you better, something that's actually meant for you. So don't cave into that fear. Carve your own path. Because when you stop treating life like a race, you finally start enjoying the walk. It's kind of like having 400 tabs open in Chrome, each one a what if you never closed. And the moment you start shutting them down one by one, your mind starts to breathe again. You suddenly have the space and the peace to focus on what truly matters. And just like that, the weight lifts. I want to thank you for sticking around with me until the end. If you take anything from this video, let it be this. Regret isn't proof that you made the wrong choice. It's proof that you cared deeply enough for it to matter. It's not something to hide from or bury or pretend doesn't exist. It's a reminder that you tried. And that is something to be proud of. The fear of missing out only steals the joy of what's already in front of you. You don't need to be everywhere, do everything, or become everyone. You just need to be here, present, grounded, and open to what comes next. Life isn't on a timer. counting down. It's a story. Yours. Unfolding one page at a time. There's absolutely no rush, no deadline. You are exactly where you're meant to be. And maybe every path you didn't take led you right here. Thanks for watching, everyone, and for taking the time to slow down with me today. If this video helped you in any way, you can support me through my Ko-Fi. Link will be in the description. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in my next one.